Hi everybody, Spider-Kel back once again for another DC chess collection review, continuing wave 2 with number 36 on the line, Deathstroke. As I say, promising to keep on with the reviews of the pieces that I have, despite the fact that I have cancelled my subscription for wave 2, just for reasons I explained in my vlog a couple of weeks back. But carrying on with this and on to Deathstroke, which again is a character that I honestly have no idea about. I can't even now think of his real name. I did actually memorize it before I'd started this review and it's just gone. It's just completely gone. All I know about him is that he is one of the many mercenaries in the DC universe. He's one of the best bounty hunters, has been all of his life, and tried to bring his family into it as well. His sons, one of whom he thought was killed, but wasn't killed, and tried to come back and get his revenge on Deathstroke. Oh god, what's his name? I'll think of it when I come to the actual figure. But yeah, that's pretty much my knowledge of Deathstroke. I'll be honest, I don't know any more about it. The one question that I have, which I find quite weird, a lot of pictures inside this magazine and the cover, as you can see here, depict him being blue with the yellow. And yet the piece that we get is orange with blue. And while I think it's a really nice figure, which I'll get to in a few minutes, I can't understand why the figure is orange but this one is yellow. Is it kind of the same as what we're expecting to get with Power Girl, where the picture on the magazine is said to be the old original Power Girl with many cleavage picture, while the piece itself is going to be that god-awful thing from the new DC 52. Is it the same as that? This is the original Deathstroke and the orange one is the new 52? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. But I would love if anyone can tell me why they're both different. It's just something that I find quite intriguing. If it is the same as Power Girl, that's a bit sucky, really. You know, you've got the original Deathstroke on the cover, but the new Deathstroke as a figure. It's exactly the same with Power Girl, where you've got the original costume, which everyone will say is the best, but when you compare it to the 52 costume, it's bound to be the best. Yeah, but it's just something that I found quite intriguing, so any comments on that would be very much appreciated. So yeah, that's all I can say about Deathstroke. Really, I don't want to drag this out by me saying I don't know who he is. So, without any further ado, we'll bring the figure out and see what we think of it. And here we have the Deathstroke figure, Slade Wilson. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue, I just couldn't think of what it was. I literally looked at the name in the book before I even did the review, and when it actually came to it, I kind of had a mental block, as it were. But yeah, Slade Wilson. And as I said, apart from the fact this is orange, but it feels like it should be yellow for some reason, it's a really nice piece, and a really well designed piece. As a complete novice, as I've said, I have no idea who Deathstroke is. He means absolutely squat to me. But as a neutral looking at this, I do really like this piece. Excuse me, because it does tell me what I know about Deathstroke in my limited capacity. For example, I love the fact that we have him with a gun, a dagger and a sword, because you look at him and you know that no matter what happens, this guy is going to kill you, and there's no getting away from that. That's pretty cool. The face, first of all, well, we don't really have a face, he's more behind a mask, but it's nicely designed. You have this two-tone effect where it's orange on one side, blue on the other. You get to see kind of like this swirl and red for his eyepiece. On the right hand side, the blue side, he doesn't really have that. It just looks blank, which is quite a weird sort of design, but obviously that's what he looks like, and it is really, really cool. It's just quite weird when you look at it in figure form. It's just quite a bizarre sort of look. And that's pretty much all you can say on the face. The arm around the shoulders around here is pretty good. It's as I say, it's the orange, but it is a really nice shade of orange. It's a nice shade that they have actually decided to go for. So that is a really nice piece. And the gun itself that he has in his hand is almost like a futuristic kind of ray gun. It's not like any sort of standard revolver gun, any kind that we already know. This is a made up almost laser gun, which is, it's pretty nicely done, pretty nicely designed. And some nice detailing in there which makes it quite stand out. The sword itself, when you look at it like this, almost looks like a cricket bat, just with a point at the end. Obviously this is sheathed, so that explains it, but it still doesn't stop it looking like a cricket bat. But other than that, I do really like this design on his chest plate. It's all the kind of like the rippled effect that we had for Black Canary with the stockings. So you have like these grooves that are put into there with the dark blue inside and a whitewash of light blue. It really makes it stand out and pop and gives it that armoured sort of feel, which is pretty cool. The belt as well is really nicely made. All these different compartments where he will house all of his different arsenal and all of his different sort of weapons in there. Quite basic, but very nicely done, nicely painted as well, some good detail on there. His legs did also make me think of Tron. Just the dark blue with these light blue shades going through it. That is instantly what I thought of when I saw this. It was like, oh, he's wearing Tron's trousers. But I mean, even on the arse there, it's like Tron. But really nice detail throughout, and I do love this dark blue with the light streaks coming through it. Holster for the gun he's holding as well, which is pretty cool. And then holster for the knife there as well, or the dagger. And yeah, throughout it's just quite nicely done. It's good detail and good design. The light blue goes all the way down his legs to his feet, where we have these almost looks like the feet we got with Darkwing, with these grooves that are painted the light blue with the dark on the top. So that's really nice, and I do love these spikes on his feet. That's a really cool touch. I do really like that. And with this being the first gold side pawn, but I suppose the black side pawn that we get, the skull that we have on the top here, that's a really nice design which coincides nicely with the skull that we get on the front of the Lex Luthor piece. It is a really good piece, that, and I really love the detail in that. Just makes it feel that more imposing, and you know what side this is really. The gold colouring as well on the black side. We have for the wave 1, we had the dark sort of silver for the bad side, the black sort of colour, and a very light sort of silver. But with a lot of pieces it kind of blends into each other, whereas with the wave 2 sort of line we do have this nice differentiation between, I'll just bring Superman down as a comparison, so you have the silver and the gold. You know, there's no mistake in them at all. It's very simple, very clear, silver against gold, as opposed to a dark silver against a lighter silver that we got with wave 1. That is something I do prefer to the wave 2 that you get. The bases are kind of designed so that you can differentiate which side each piece is on. You know, for people who don't know their characters, you know, which is a really nice touch, and I do really like this gold with the skull. Overall, nicely designed, nicely done. I love a lot of the detail on this piece. Not knowing Deathstroke at all was probably made me miss a few points. He's not got this certain thing, or he's got too much, or this is very reminiscent of a certain story. Possibly, I don't know. This is basically from a very much a novice sort of view, and from that sort of view it's a very nice piece. It's very well done, well detailed, well painted, and captures the character as well as I know him. So on those levels he's a pretty good piece, and a good addition to the set. That's pretty much all I can say about him. So until next time everyone, take care. I shall see you very soon for a new review, but until then, take care everyone. I'll see you soon.